Welcome back to my Colorado Mountain Garden and Homestead. And what you're seeing in front of you is my lion's mane bucket. I started it on 316, and as you can see, it's really got mycelium growing now. This bucket basically looked as dark as the hole when I started. So then you start seeing, a little bit of white each day until it starts filling in. Now, when I originally made these buckets, I had two holes, and they were 1 inch big. So this is a 1 inch, and there's the other 1 inch. This time I also added, Bob added it for me, a bigger hole, and I dropped it down just a little bit. This is a 1.5 inch hole. I want to see if I can get a little bit more going. And the little bit of white you see in there is the mycelium started. And these are just a little bit over a week since I pasteurized the substrate and got added the spore and then got them into the buckets. So we're pretty much right on schedule with the last batch that I have. You can see some of this down in here. Let me move this back. It's not as white. So as soon as basically this white starts coming through a lot more. Now, these may just pop off the tape, which is what happened the last time. So I'm just going to have to wait and see, but they're going exactly how they're supposed to be. Now, I have two of these going for the purpose of this video. I only have one of them out. Once they start fruiting, they will go into my little grow tent, and in there the humidity will be at about 70%. My last video explained that a little bit more. I wanted to talk a little bit about problems that you can see if you don't have enough humidity or enough air exchange going on. Now, if you don't have enough humidity, they might start fruiting, but they'll dry up. So if you're covering if you bought a kit or if you made your own buckets and you're just using a plastic bag over the top, again, it's very important that you keep the humidity up. So that means you're going to have to spray it probably 3 times a day inside. You don't ever want to spray the mushrooms. If you start spraying the mushrooms, especially once they get to be fruiting, a lot of times they're going to turn yellow. Now, the lion's mane, basically, as it starts fruiting, it looks pretty white, and then it kind of gets a yellow tinge, and then it turns back to white. So that's a perfect thing that you'll see. Some of my lion's mane that I grew the last time started out a little more yellow, but they corrected themselves. If you ever see your lion's mane start turning pink, pink basically means people have it on there. It's the fresh air exchange. So you'll see FAE on a lot of the videos or in descriptions and things like that. So the fresh air exchange. So basically, they're probably getting too much CO2, and that's what causes the pink. So you want to make sure you start keeping that open. For oyster mushrooms, if you're getting too much CO2, you almost start seeing them be weird shape, more like a funnel rather than kind of curling under. And like mine are Italian oysters, so they grow a little bit different than the blue and the pink oysters and the basic gray ones and yellow ones or gold ones. So, but again, this is going along just fine. I don't have a fan running in my tent at all, because I opened it up to get that CO2 out. Another thing I wanted to mention also is after any of your mushrooms get done fruiting, if you're using something like the little tent like I am, go in there, get yourself a good microfiber cloth, spray that down with rubbing alcohol, and wipe down the shelves and the sides of the plastic and everything like that. That just gets if you left them too long, the spores start releasing, you will get the spores in there, and you just want to keep it as clean as you can, so that everything is good. Now, for the CO2, remember, CO2 is heavier than air, so it falls. So whenever I am fruiting my mushrooms, how I have my shelves set up, because I think there's 4 shelves. So I have it set way at the bottom. That's where my humidifier sits. It sits on that bottom shelf. Then I have it's actually 3 shelves above that. So none of them are down at the bottom where that CO2 is going to collect. It's up in the top. So I didn't see any problems with mine. But again, I also go in there, and open up the door of that grow tent shelf, and let the air come out. Now you can, if you want to, you can set up fans. There's people out there that show you how to do that. Again, I'm just trying to do what's easiest for me. I'm not making this a business or anything like that. If it was going to be a business, it would have to have, because I wouldn't be growing just a few bags of mushrooms. I'd be growing several. And you just want to make sure that it's well ventilated, that water isn't dripping down on them. You want those up off the ground. That's another reason why I chose not to use 5-gallon buckets, because I wouldn't be able to lift them up and move them around very well. So the 1 gallons are working out great for me. I see 2-gallon ones out, 1.5 and 2-gallon ones out there, but then they usually jump to the 5-gallon bucket. But I hope, you are enjoying these videos. If you do, please remember to subscribe. Hit the like button if you like the video or you find it informative. It helps my channel. It helps get it out there more so other people are seeing it. Feel free to share my channel with anybody you want. Everything I do is how I do it. I don't preach that it's gospel or anything like that. I hope you're having a wonderful day and happy gardening.